I do not believe the condition of our nation's forests are acceptable, and specifically our federal lands. There's 192 million acres of federal lands in the U.S. Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management, and they've been mismanaged for decades, and that's why we're seeing an increase in fires and wildfires, and they're catastrophic. It's a very timely issue. If you noticed last year, there were a lot of wildfires in the West. About 10 million acres of timberland went up in flames. And we've seen that was the largest year on record. The years before, when we've seen a lot of timberland go up, it's usually been large fires in Alaska, but these were in the lower 48, a lot of them in Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, obviously in California. So it's very timely. We need to address it now. We really should have addressed this decades ago. And it's going to take quite a bit of time to get our forests back where they're healthy and resilient. Yeah, it really puts common sense back into management of our forests and applies the science and allows forestry professionals to go out and do the jobs that they're trained to do. And now I will add that part of this legislation got put in the omnibus bill, and what's remaining more or less is getting put into the farm bill. So we're still trying to pass it. We've never been able to get the Senate to take the bills up that we pass out of the House. So we're taking bits and pieces and putting them into different vehicles to get the changes signed into law. Some of the more radical environmental groups will immediately file suit against forest management plans that are put into place. They're profiting off of the taxpayer when they do that. There's a program called the Equal Access to Justice Act that actually pays attorneys to sue the federal government. We tried to address that in the Resilient Federal Forest Act. We put a pilot arbitration system in there, modeled after Major League Baseball, so that if there are disputes on how we manage federal land, instead of it just getting hung up in court and delayed, which these are time-sensitive issues, it strives to work towards a solution. Over half of the Forest Service's budget goes to fight fires. Of their 32,000 employees, about 13,000 of them are firefighters. So you could almost call it the United States Fire Service instead of the United States Forest Service. Wildfires are going to happen. The question is, how intense are they going to be, and can we do anything to mitigate the damage that they cause? And if we do the management on the front end, then fire is a natural part of the ecosystem, but it's low fires that don't get into the crowns, and you can just let those burn. They're actually healthy for the forest. One thing that I've tried to work with the Forest Service on is the expense of fighting wildfires. We have these large tanker planes and different kinds of fire retardant. It's a big logistical operation when one of these fires break out. And one thing I think we could do better is detect these fires earlier and put them out when they're smaller. But if there's a system out there that provides a lower cost means of fire retardant or fire suppression material, then sure, that would be worth investigating.
For more information, follow us on social media.